and welcome back, everyone. Happy Friday. Hopefully, everyone's excited for the weekend. It is one hot day today. Going to go into next week. I was actually just talking to a couple of friends of mine. Everyone's like telling me, Fausto, want you in Europe? You know, we're in Italy. They got people in Greece. Well, there's a heat wave going across it, but I'm here with you guys. I had a great time. I was actually in the city yesterday. I was on NASDAQ. Hopefully, everyone saw that. It was a great interview. It's always nice being on there. But I was talking about some of the stocks that we were trading. And let me tell you, they're even impressed themselves that they have a platform out there that everybody out there should be using. And they would just, people would just come up to me and just so impressed about, like, wow, man, we really got to get more people on NASDAQ Book Viewer. And it's just awesome that they had such a very, very big interest in promoting that product. But getting back to what's moving today, I mean, here we got a stock that just made a big pop. IFBD. I just want to point something out to you right here. Big order at 9 o'clock just showed up just a little bit before, and you'll notice here at 90 IFBD. Yeah, this is it right here. So right there, you could see it. Just order started showing up, a little bit of an iceberg order. The guy added to it right at 98 cents, and then sure enough, when that happened, look what just happened. The stock just ran about 20 cents. That's a great day to start in the morning right now on a stock like that. But we'll talk about a few more of those. But let's talk about Traders Thursday. Okay, so what did you guys miss that was here that did not see what happened yesterday? That always makes you wake up in the morning to come here at our day trading show in the morning and getting ready for the traders in the room to see what's going on. So anyway, a couple of stocks that moved. I want to just bring them up. So we had this XPEV. That was one of the stocks I did talk about yesterday at NASDAQ and I said I want to save the best for last, but that was a great iceberg order. She did move yesterday, then she backed off. She started getting a little volatile now, but she was fun right around that $17 price that we saw early in the week, but just be careful. She is hovering at the highs. I was thinking about keeping XPEV on our watch list. And because it is gapped up right now, about 6% up $1.30, and she's basically testing that all-time high right there, which is about $21. Look at $21.80. She's getting there. Actually, I'm sorry, she did test it, and she backed right off. You can see it right there. She did come up here. She tested and came back off. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That one did pretty well. NIO just keeps making new higher highs. I mean, this stock is just whatever it is. They love it. It was great yesterday. It backed off. But it looks like it's got this little kryptonite, which I told you about yesterday. And I know we talked about this in the meeting. But if you go back on this day right here on January 24th, I know that we always taught you got to go back on previous resistance levels, but it's not always indicative in the future. But in this case, it was, and it were orders out there. And that 1436 just got pretty much up to there from yesterday to today. And, it's getting close there. So it's got this little kryptonite right there. But we're going to keep INO because it keeps the more trades there, the more keeps hitting it. And the more days it goes on, that's how you convert a day trade into a swing trade. And then that's how you do trade your options. Let me tell you, Tupper has just been on fire. This stock was absolutely yesterday. Yesterday was great. You could see it right here on the long-term yesterday's chart. Just kept like going up, doing a shake, going up, doing a shake, going up. And remember, like we're only on to like 10:30, right? And then we come back at 2:30. But look at this stock right at 10:30. It right around that 11 o'clock. It just totally just been a big pop. Went up for literally about 40 cents. I'm sorry, 50 cents. All right. Then it did a shake, and then you came at 10:30. I mean, another pop. I mean, this thing is just whatever that news that they came out with the money that they raised, everything, they love that news, and the stock is doing great. Tupper is back on the watch list. And you look here on a long-term chart. I mean, this is how you convert a stock into a day trade, into a swing trade. I mean, you could see that we were trading the stock last couple of days. So if you just joined us now for the first time, maybe on social media, go back, look, we've been trading this for the last couple of days. Now everyone's on the chatter, Tupper, guru list, that they're these new wizards. Listen, it's all about following orders and seeing that's in the big percentage gainers and losers. Actually, it's funny we brought that up, but I had a student yesterday that is going to be joining us, and we have a new trader in the room that I spoke to on the phone. That's going to be one of our new gold students. And you know what? After everything that you see that we show you and we teach you, You know what the biggest thing that they asked? And even I was talking to people at NASDAQ, same thing. They're like, how do you find these stocks? You know what I mean? That go up and do all this action. And I'm like, listen, you got to be in the trading room. And by the way, make sure that if you're on social media that you like us, make sure you hit that little like for us and so you can get the alerts and follow us so you can see what we do. But it's all about the big percentage gainers and losers. It's right here. That's all. That's all we do. But what you got to learn is that there are literally 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. There's 100 stocks that are in there that are the most active big percentage gainers. You got to know which one's tradable and which was not, that's what you got to teach you. But anyway, let's go through a couple more stocks. I want to talk about XXII, had a good move yesterday. MNK, big pop early, but it came back down, tested that big resistance levels where we saw that big iceberg order yesterday. NEO, it's just obviously he's been doing phenomenal last couple of days. Came back down yesterday, but it's been doing pretty good on the swing. And Revlon, I mean, you could see that long-term trade. That thing's about $12 or 28, almost up over 100% in less than a month. But it backed off yesterday. But as a swing trade, if it keeps holding here, Revlon is not getting that fun to day trade anymore. It was about a couple of, early in July, but now it's starting to get a little hairy. That stock, just to let you know, if you're one of our students in the trading room, you know this. And you got class today. Remember, Josh has got class today. Phase 3 is finishing up. And then next week, you got phase 3 with me. We're going to take all this and put it together. And, one of the big things we talk about is that you can't come back, to the old boyfriend, girlfriend stock on REIVN, just because you did great the next day. Because once the word gets out there, they get very volatile and they don't become like those category 2s and 1s that we talk about. Then they start getting very volatile. They go into the 4 and 5 categories. Got to be careful of that. All right, so let's go back and start working on today's watch list. All right, so what is today? It's Friday, okay? What is Friday known for in the summertime? Taking off. Listen, yeah, I haven't spoken to about a while, but I live here on Long Island. I'm right outside Manhattan. One of the most famous things about Long Island is that they got the Hamptons. And these people rent a house that costs $1 million just for the summer. You got $100 million homes out there. You got the rich and famous out there. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful places in the country. Like it, hate it, does it matter? But I tell you this, they spent a lot of money. They're leaving today. It is going to be hot today. Here in New York, I mean, now with the new COVID rules, people take off on Mondays and Fridays. They got people working 3 days a week. Could you imagine 3 days a week? I was in the city. It's like dead. I even know restaurants that I know that not even open for lunch because nobody's in there. So I know a lot of people start taking off. So you got to be careful trading on a Friday. So there's not that much out there. Okay. But we always will find something that will pop up when the market opens up. We got a buyout right here on this RETA. You can see one from 100 to 164. It's up about 56 points, but we're not trading that stock. So don't get overwhelmed being like, oh, look, we found a stock that made a big run. We do got another stock right here that is making a run right now that just showed up right now around 9 o'clock this morning. I got to bring up level 4 and see what it's doing. BJDX. Let's see what we got going on here in BDA. Right, let's go bring up the data on this one. You can see it start. Okay, so you got a little bit of a ladder effect that did kick in right here. These sellers did get done. Okay, you can see this big order right here. This was about how many shares? It's not a lot. Okay, so right away, even at a $9 stock, I'm giving this a category 4. Look at that candlestick right there. Went from 730 to 8. That's $1 move right there in a minute. You could see the spread's pretty risky and volatile. So I will probably just put this on maybe the 3 or 4 category, depending what level of experience you're at. But it is going on the watch list. Sega, I mean, this thing, there was a buyer out there that did get filled. You can see it right here. Buyer got filled here around 8 o'clock this morning and then kind of backed off. It is up right now 25%. It is tradable. It's a level 1 stock. You got a good spread there. But you could see here going back in February, it did test that resistance levels there at $7, and that's why it's backing off. Do I see that $7 head right there? Yeah, he was out there, 15,000, not a lot, but I can see we had a little ladder effect going on there. So we'll put Sega on there. We traded Sega a few times. We did pretty well on that. IFBD. So this one started backing off. So what did it do? It kind of hit a little bit of an iceberg order and backed off. we're going to put this on the watch list. Listen, sometimes they, you know, when it comes to a Friday, like I just said to you earlier, we need to be a little bit more lenient and not be so picky on this one is like, it's too, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too, too high, too low. So sometimes they do move and, we don't really get that much on a Friday, but we'll throw them out there anyway. FSLR doing pretty wow. FSLR back to $200. My God, this stock got destroyed. Okay. Well, listen, if you are a Biden fan or you are not a Biden fan, what's the big thing they're very well known for? The Green New Deal. And FSLR and the solar stocks did pretty damn well on that. And it just only took about a year to make almost like 4 times the money. So when you're looking at, for some of you that look at like, I don't know, Google, for example. Not even Google did that. Okay. Not even, I mean, Facebook did do, Meta did do pretty well. Amazon even do that. But FSLR did pretty well. Yeah. Boyle got crushed. Oh, Boyle is moving today. Yeah. Boyle's moving today, but Boyle didn't do too well, regarding about taking away the gas. You can see I was literally all the way up here last year was at 120. This poor thing ran down to $2 a share. So totally shows you. But let me tell you, if you do get someone with a totally different agenda that comes in the new election in 2024, maybe Boyle is going to be the next big runner-up. And then you could probably see FSLR tanking. Listen, politics do have a lot to do with stocks, okay? Because, you saw what happened with COVID. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, everyone lost their money, but you might not knew about Moderna. But sure enough, Moderna went from $27 to what, 400? Because they got all those contracts, regarding about it. If you are pro-vax or anti-vax, you know what? It sold a lot of vaccines. So that's what you have to learn. That's why people love to trade the market. You got to listen. There are risks, but there are huge rewards when it comes to it. That's why we love this job. Let me go back and see if I see anything else. Roku's up a little bit now, but we're at around 9%. Let's go check out New York Stock Exchange. There we got Tupper. That we already know about Tupper. Let me go check on level 4. Okay, so you got. See, okay, this is a little obvious. You got a big resistance levels here right around 375, okay? For 50,000, 50,000. You got these orders out there. And you could see right from here, you could do a swing trade on this. So not terrible right there. We got that on the watch list, right? Yeah, we already have that on the watch list. And that's about it. I'm done. So Boyle, let me put that on there. Just listen, just be very careful, Chuck and everyone here. Boyle's a little bit expensive. Once they did the reverse stock split, it made the spread tighter, and it does change the levels of that stock. All right, now any other questions out there? I don't see anybody. Mike, great market comments, insight always. Have a great weekend. You too, Mike. Thanks for Mike on YouTube, and also Patrick G. Good morning to you, Pat. Anyone else that we're missing? Kava as a swing. Do you see a Fausto flag on a daily chart? So Kava, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. So I actually averaged up on Kava. I bought more. I was reading a big article that they said it could be the next Chipotle. By the way, does anyone even know where Chipotle is right now? Where it's trading at? Take a guess. Take a dumb guess. Where do you think Chipotle's trading? No, Bill. Keep going. It's about $1,900, about $2,000 is trading at. $2,000. Could you believe that stock? $2,000? Because it never really did any splits. So I don't know. It's possible. It's a high risk to get there. But if Kava could get past these resistance levels around 53, I'm seeing a little bit of a Fausto flag. I'm seeing a little bit of a Fausto flag on the downside. So we need to see this up a little bit. But I did average up on the stock. Everyone here, once again, if you saw it when we were watching it right around 41, 42, that's where I basically own it at. But I did buy more right around 50. So I'll see what I averaged up and see what happens. Okay. And anything else? Intel's had earnings. Intel is doing crap. Intel doesn't do anything. Yeah, it did pretty well. It moved, but overall, out of all the stocks out there, it's not going anywhere. Intel hasn't done anything. Yeah, had a little gap up, but maybe Intel might be a little fun, but I would probably stay away from it. All right, traders. Listen, let's get ready for the market opened up. Listen, if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, we'll be back here again for the day trading show at 2:30. Or if you like, you could always just give you a QR code. You can always join us right now Just scanning your phone, and just please always remember to like us and friend us. Make sure you get your alerts, and you can always join us in our trading room. Cyber traders, if I don't see you, remember you do got class today with Josh. You got class with me next week. But sit there, enjoy class. But if you see something, say something. And trial members that are in the cyber group room, like I said, we always say, please don't buy anything. You're just here to watch and see if the other traders do well and see if this is something for you or not, because you got to learn before you can earn. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. And we'll see you in about 15 minutes when the market opens up.